Good morning and welcome to my office live in front of a studio audience, if you count my cardboard cutout of Sheldon Cooper, my photos of family and friends, and Doctor Who back here. So live out of the College of Business and Analytics, this is going to be an interesting day because we talk about the one topic in digital marketing that gets the most focus. And unfortunately, it's not the most important. It's one of the key components of having a digital marketing strategy and plan, but it is not the priority and it is not the main thing to focus completely on. So this week, we're talking about social media marketing. And social media marketing seems to be a roller coaster of what does it mean. Back when I started Harness Digital Marketing, it was mostly Facebook and Twitter. And then obviously since then, you can kind of guess we've got TikTok, Instagram, we've got Be Live, we've got all these other social media platforms that we need to start looking at. Now, how do we navigate this crazy world of social media? Well, it can be tricky, but mostly what we need to do is slow down, take a deep breath, and ask experts. And this week, not only do I have myself talking to the class on today, but on Wednesday, we have Brittany Bateman, man, having trouble speaking today. Brittany Bateman from Brainstorm Boutique to come in and talk to us a little bit about how she looks at social media marketing. What she has done in her business, Brainstorm Boutique, they have such a great niche and such a great style for marketing to women and finding those interesting businesses that fit really well with not only their views and what they can do with content, but what the business can as well. So I'm really excited about having her come talk Wednesday about content, social media, and what it means to businesses. Now, as we dive in this week on our topic, a couple things I wanted to bring up that's in my notes. First thing, what do you need to do when you're basically developing a social media strategy? Well, what we're going to talk about this week is research your audience, build a presence on the right social media networks. Strategic is better than clever. Audit your performance. Develop consistent brand guidelines, and schedule your content in advance. Those are 6 areas that we're really going to talk about this week. And I just want to add a couple of notes along with that, with some metrics. When we're looking at analyzing or analytics of how your stuff is going, what are some of the keywords that we look for? Impressions, reach, audience growth rate, engagement rate, click-through rate, bounce rate, average time on a page from when you send them there, referrals. All these are things that you can utilize Google Analytics for to see where your social media traffic is driving to and from. So if you're trying to drive traffic from an email marketing campaign, from social media, from a website, all those analytics can be pulled and collected inside Google Analytics to better help you understand what it is that you're trying to do. Now, to slow down a little bit and get all the formality out of the way, my personal philosophy and insight on social media is there is strategic and there's reactionary. And what I found that most businesses and organizations do, and sometimes it can be successful, but consistency is key. They are out or they're live or they're doing something and they have to post a photo there. Remember that not everybody's going to see the content at the same time. The newspaper's not going to be delivered at the house at the exact same time every day. You're not going to go in front of that billboard exactly the same time every day. You're not going to hear that radio commercial, that TV commercial exactly the same time every day. However, if you're on news, if you're marketing through news, that is a possibility, but they're going to change up where it is in that location. So the reason I tell you that is because having a strategy about when content goes out, where it goes out, and the audience can help you be proactive instead of reactive, having a strategy instead of being reacting. Now, don't get me wrong, there are those moments where live is good, and I think those are live video feeds that you really need to look at. So we're going to be looking at content along with social media this week. And the philosophy that I've always had is there's 5 types of content, right? 5 types. You have text only. You have links back to your website or where you're trying to drive traffic. You have images. You have video. And the last one I like to call community. It is all the things that you can use these four things for, but it creates a culture and a community about who you are, right? So those five things are important when you're considering social media content, and those should be rotated. When you focus on one, sometimes the analytics want you and expect you to do the same thing over and over. And even though there's consistency in content, we also want to make sure that we don't bore people either. So when we're talking about branding, we're talking about lower thirds, logos, stuff like that to be consistent within the content. So yeah, we're going to talk a lot. There's a lot. Social media could probably be its own class. So those are some of the things that we're going to cover this week. Always, if you know someone that's interested in taking the course or they want to get a business degree at the College of Business and Analytics and Marketing or even accounting, business, come check it out. The people here are amazing. The class, the students are great. And I love the colleagues that I work with. Very proactive, very educated, but peace be with everybody today. Hopefully I can get my words down better today.